All right. Well, good morning. Hot, humid day today here in the August of in Texas, which is usually a hot, humid day. And Baloo's taking my seat. I think he's taking it because he really wants permission to go and mess with my neighbor's dogs. They started barking first, Dad. I heard them. You heard them. That's true. They did bark first, but they have a quieter bark than Baloo. Baloo has a real belly bark that he does. And when he does that really loud belly bark, the whole neighborhood gets Baloo, 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 stop it. So he's uh he's quite good at barking when he wants to bark. Pepper's more prone to barking than Baloo, but Baloo, when he gets let go of it, he really lets go, don't you? He's like, "Yep, I'm good. I save it till it's time, and when it's time, I let go, Dad. I let go. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm Grandpa. That's right. Yes, yes." My neighbors are trying to get the dogs away from the fence. They're over there. We have some wonderful neighbors, and they're over there doing their best to keep the dogs from fussing at each other. I could see he's like moving back and forth. Come on, come on. All right, there we go. And the neighbor's got his dogs away from the fence. I got my dogs away from the fence. You got to move. Get, yeah, I got that. That's my seat. That's, yes, you can be over there. That's good. All right, let me get something to drink here. And we'll try. It's humid, 78 degrees and humid. So we had we had a nice long walk, but man, it was a little tougher than usual. Ah, hope you have a beverage to get your day started. Days like today, when it's hot and humid, those are days you need a little bit of extra humph. Yes. We had a good walk though, didn't we, Baloo? Yes, we did, Grandpa. Ah, all right, so I have a couple of topics I want to talk about. I want to, but I'm going to parse them out. I'll talk a little bit today about robotics, and I'll hold the other topics to tomorrow because the uh, robotics is more impactful than what I want to talk about, which is tomorrow. I want to talk about how safeguards kind of mess with the uh, user experience. So um, robotics, though, is it is a truly, and I don't use this term lightly, game changer. Um, the biggest difference between our great evolution of information is that data allows you to refine and improve stuff significantly. Uh, for instance, this table here, a few years ago, the fact that this is all plastic, but it's created a way where it has good structure, strength to it. I could sit on this without much difficulty, but it looks good. It's got a nice weave on it, things of that nature. Yeah, all that was designed by a computer and then produced by equipment. Now, so data helps you mold a lot of stuff to improve it. You can find shortcomings or improve materials or things of that nature. But there's a bit definitely a divide. There's like here's the information, but getting it uh, the equipment calibrated, set up, and stuff like that, you have to push that information in and set it up correctly. I, that has always been uh, a thing, even early on when we were starting the data development. I mean, using data has been around for a long, long time. You'll see stuff from Leonardo da Vinci where he's done diagrams planning out his different uh, inventions. Same with Edison and all the other great inventors. But what you didn't see is those designs always had to have a craftsman or a tool, and sometimes the craftsman would have to design the tools to take that design and make it. So that was been going on for a long time. And then computers sped that up because not only could they take your idea, but they could run physics analysis, and the physics analysis would, define how much strength you need and stuff like that. I've worked at with mechanical engineers where they would have computer tools that would allow them to, measure out things, uh, define stresses, things of that nature, uh, and then those tools were used to, sorry, get a bill of materials together from vendors and then put it together. I say all these things because I want you to know that it's been a little bit of fast advance in one area, and then it would slow down as you got closer and closer to the finished product. Uh, like I said, this table probably developed, but I can almost guarantee that this was in pieces and was assembled by my wife. So when it got to that last part where my wife assembled this, that was much slower than material analysis and other things that went on early on. Now we've got robotics, and um, there seems to be two primary companies right now. No, that's not fair. There seems to be three primary companies, two of which are fairly new, and I started with two because they've recently shown off their designs and development, and that's Tesla and Figure, just Figure. I don't think it's Figure AI, but anyways, the Figure uh, robot. Uh, but the other one that's been in lots of stuff in the past has been Boston Dynamics. Boston Dynamics seems to not show off as much. I say that, but we've seen quite a few uh, videos from them about different products they've produced. But if you think about it, it spreads out quite a bit because they've been doing it for quite some time. The big question about Boston Dynamics versus the other two is Boston Dynamics has, at least publicly, appeared not to be working the uh, processing part. I'll say the brain, but you know what I'm talking about. And they seem to be focused more on the physical nature of creating the uh, the robot. So the okay, so let me get this. Let me straighten up a little bit to fly right. So I tried to explain that this was a big departure because now the programming that stopped at creating the product can now move further down. So, like I said, my wife, it, come on, really? Can you get it? Got it? Okay. She keeps dropping her ball, and then I have to help her get it. There's another thing. Human intervention is required to get the ball back. And then, but now this can arrive at my house, and I could get the robot to assemble it. So now things have moved into a very physical realm that used to be where we didn't have a whole bunch of uh, AI and mechanics. I mean, we've got the little robots that go around and and vacuum your carpet. Boy, I'm pausing a lot today. Oh, you're right, Baloo. My brain is not functioning as well because of all the humidity. I'll say the humidity did it to me, okay, Baloo? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Grandpa. It's not your old age. No, no, that's not your old age. So we've had a lot of those things, but feeding Baloo, I feed Baloo twice a day. I give him breakfast and dinners, and he seems to enjoy them quite a bit. He says, "I'm a good, healthy boy, Dad." Oh, Grandpa, I'm a big, healthy boy. So that process, I've seen stuff that could help online, but it's what they call single-use products, and they don't seem to be done very well. I don't give him dry food as his primary for those two things. I like to give them wet food. I think it's a little bit better for them. They do have dry food, so but I like to give them a can of wet food at breakfast and dinner, and I think that's personally that's what I want for my puppy dogs because I think they need to have a good amount of non-dry food to keep them strong and healthy. So anyway, now with the figure robot, we can get down there, and it's versatile. Remember, I said otherwise it's a single use. I got the carpet monsters, are single use. I have these toys, toys, tools that could feed the dogs, single use. There's a lot of single use products, but a figure robot would actually be pretty good at doing a lot of versatile stuff. The Tesla bot looks just as capable. So I might have two alternatives. So there you go. I was wondering if she would get off the table. So we may actually be getting to that point with these robots where we can start moving a lot of the stuff that's been kind of stuck in our the domain of data and data analysis into the physicality of the world. That's a big deal. That's going to be huge. And it seems to be coming faster than I would have expected. If you asked me um, 4 years ago, let's say before Tesla got involved, if you asked me, how long do you think it'll be before we have a robot in our house? I'd be like, I'd really be happy if it was around when I got old, like turned 80. And let's see, when that happened, I was in my 50s, so I was talking 25 years. Now, it looks like it may be a lot faster than that. And I would love to have a robot so that if I wanted to go to uh, visit some friends over the weekend, I wouldn't have to schedule one of my kids to come over and take care of the puppy dogs. I would do that if they were available, but they have lives. They have stuff that's going on, and they could come by and stay with them and stuff like that. And I know that would be better. But at least with if we had a robot, I knew they would be getting their good food and care that they should get while I'm out because they need to have their food on a regular basis and the water taken care of. And I could do that. And it could help with so many things, right, Blue? Yes, I know. You don't want me to leave. You want Grandpa to stay with you. I know. Yes, yes. Silly puppy. Yes, you're being adorable. I don't think anybody can see how adorable you are, but you're definitely being adorable. All right, so man, you're being really adorable right now. All right. I thought I had more concise, orchestrated discussions about this, but I don't know if I do. All right. So I'm going to tell you two things, and I'm going to cut it off because this has been kind of a silly talk today. The brain and the hands are two things that I've seen from the Figure AI and from Tesla that I've been super impressed with. A lot of stuff that I've seen from other robotics things, this right here, this mechanism is essential to controlling what we need in the environment. And Elon said the same thing. He said that he was amazed at how hard this was. So one of the things they tried to do was put sensors and a lot of other stuff into the hands, and he said just made them big fat hands, and that didn't work out real well. So the hands are essential and very hard to do. And the other thing is the brain. The brain is actually a little easier than the hands. They're, uh, but that producing something that can think and process and logically go through things. I think we're making really big steps in that right now. There's some stuff coming out about strawberry AI, and I think a lot of the stuff is going to be really pretty cool about how the uh, language models have will evolve to being more reason models, and that's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. So, all right, I'm going to cut it off right there. Um, Hot, humid. We're now up to 80 degrees. It was 78 when I came out here. I'm gonna go back in where it's cool. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.